three semesters. In 1 year, get a bachelor's. So, bro, so it's pretty good, man. One way, why not, man? Still wasting my time. FYI, we might be live on YouTube, but let me check. KG4 or stuff ready. And follow the sandbaggers.
Yeah, I'm paying everything out of pocket, bro. I don't get any tuition reimbursement. Or, I mean, my wife does get, um, I think she gets 20. 20? No, no, no. Yes, I think they do five per. Is it five per? I don't know, bro. She got like some kind of arrangement with her job, but uh, I don't fucking know. She's having them pay for some of it. Anyway, aquí va el rock and roll.
Sorry, we're live on YouTube, FYI. KG4 or so.
K4 KKC. Hey, Jaime, if you have a sound canceling microphone, you might want to use it because the background is a little noisy.
Line, man, I can barely hear you.
Sorry, I'm on the line. So just gonna go and do the check-in when it's time. KG4 or so. Catch you guys in a bit.
Attention Kmart shoppers. That will be starting in just a few minutes. W4THM.
Okay. I'm getting my glass of, I don't know, bro. Tonight I'm feeling like a Woodford. Yeah, let me get some of that. Anyway, K4 KKC. And we're live on YouTube according to Mr. OXO back there.
Okay, I'm currently warming up the tubes, and pretty soon I'll be able to get online. Just a moment.
Bro Reply, we're live on YouTube. KG4 Elixir.
Yes, sir. I am connected. I am just getting myself. Oye, los mosquitos están del carajo. Getting myself situated.
So, like tonight, we won't have an update on the. Tonight, we will not have a live update on the YouTube website of the entries on the page, but it's being live and being recorded.
We will not have live check-in count. Is that what you said?
Correct, because I'm not there to type it in.
Okay. In that case, give me a second, guys. Let me go get a piece of paper.
Yeah, just as a backup, it is going to be recorded so I can get it back from it after and watch it and get it again. But yeah, might as well do double. Sorry.
Of course. The pen that I get is dead. Give me a second. All right, now we're in business. Outstanding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and get started with the South Florida Latin Amateur Radio Club net/meeting. Yes, we're going to be using our weekly net as our mini meetings, and then we will have actual face-to-face get-togethers at a secret squirrel undisclosed location, which we haven't picked yet. Whenever we finally agree on a location, we'll put it out on the web and let everybody know what is going on. So these nets will be serving as our weekly mini meetings because we are an official club now. The paperwork has been submitted to the FCC for the club call sign, and the only thing that we're waiting on is Ryan is going to be getting together with Align this weekend to get Align's signature because he will be the trustee of the club call sign. And that's it. We got a club call sign. So, just to give you guys a heads up of what's going on. So the next step is going to be to somewhat automate the membership system, so people can fill out the application online and do everything online, and it'll automatically show all the members and yada, yada, yada. So that's coming up. Also, the website will be down briefly this weekend. There is some hardware changes that need to be done because apparently the equipment is being used for our server, either the software, the hardware, or something having to do with it, is approaching end of life, and the person that hosts everything for us is extremely security conscious, so there's going to be an upgrade done this weekend to put us on an OS that will be running for a long time. So if you happen to hit the website this weekend and you catch it when it's down, you're not going to get any kind of message that, hey, we're temporarily down. You're not going to get anything. It's just not going to work. But it's not going to be a very long-lived thing. So with that out of the way, let me cycle the RF side. All right. So, CQ, welcome to the South Florida Latin Amateur Radio Club weekly net/mini meeting. I am Robert, W4THM, and I will be your net control for the evening. This is a directed net, which means all traffic should go through net control. If for some reason you have an emergency, please jump in there and say break, 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 and we'll stop what we're doing and let you in. But by all means, use your phone to call 911 first. We accept check-ins in English and Spanish. We're bilingual. The YouTube site is currently not being actively updated. So if you do come in on the YouTube side for the chat box and stuff, I don't believe I'm going to be seeing that. So right now, the YouTube side is just going to be carrying the audio and the banner. We are on 443.300, Yaesu Fusion. We are on Zello. We're on 146.865 in downtown Miami on D-Star. And we could take check-ins on any of those formats. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with RF check-ins. Let's go ahead and do the RF check-ins first. So anybody on Fusion or D-Star that wants to check in, please come now. All right, nothing heard, so we'll come back to RF land in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start at the top of the list here. Rueng KN4HYG, are you there? Do you have any updates for us? Anything new going on in repeater land?
KN4HYG. No, nothing new. We just keep using the D-Stars for nets, and when there is no net, sometimes it's linked to this channel, but most of the time it's linked to some reflectors, so we can have, different repeaters with different kind of traffic. If the local community want to use or hear something different on D-Star, uh, serve yourself. You have a different traffic from reflector, and it's been very busy.
All right, Ruben, thanks for the check-in. Yeah, we got the Yaesu system is still operational at the Channel 6 tower. If you were trying to get in this week, there was some power issues with the tower itself, so there were moments where it might have been down. So if you're trying to get in and you couldn't, maybe you just rolled the dice at the wrong moment. But I believe they got everything straightened out over there. And we got the D-Star 1 operating out of downtown Miami, which is a perfect location for people coming in through the port of Miami and so forth. So if you hear any oddball call signs, out of area call signs, might be somebody on a cruise ship coming into town. All right, so let's move along. And Align, K4KKC, you got anything for us? Anything interesting in HF land and POTA land, anything like that?
Yeah, HF wise, the bands have been open a lot lately. I haven't been able to get on, but all my friends call me to rub it in my face. Um, Parks on the Air has always been there. You just have to be hunting for them. I don't know if you guys want to do something before the rain starts. That's another one we should touch base on later on down the log. We need to do an activation, but my weekends are full until the end of April now. So I will do my best to help you guys coordinate and, you know, until I start my next class. Um, I've got a few things for sale. I have an Ameritron ALS 600, and I have a Yaesu FT950. I have a 300 watt MFJ antenna tuner, which is in pretty good condition. And I may have some other odds and ends. So if you're looking for equipment for HF, let me know. K4KKC, back to net.
All right. So Align has ALS 600 amp, Yaesu 950, and an MFJ 300 watt tuner for sale. I've had some of those MFJ 300 watt tuners, and they're not bad. I've actually been very happy with them. The other equipment I can't tell you much about, but if you're looking for an HF station, there's an HF station. You got the amp, you got a tuner, and you got a radio for sale. Talk to Align. As far as the POTA thing, yeah, we got quite a few people that want to make it happen. It just hasn't materialized due to schedules. Remember, folks, that the whole Parks on the Air thing, it's not like field day. It's not like you got to be there for a whole 24-hour swing. You know, you can coordinate. Oh, I'm gonna do a 4-hour or a 6-hour activation, whatever. You're gonna do an afternoon of it, and that's it. So it doesn't need to be like, you know, a giant ordeal. If anybody's interested in this, you know, after the net, bring it up. Let's kick it around. All right, let's see. Who's next on our list? All right. Fruto, KJ4ZMI. KJ4ZMI, are you there? Are you going to check in today?
Good evening. KJ4 Zulu, my India Fruto. Good evening, everybody. No traffic.
All right, no traffic for Fruto. Oye, Fruto, me enteré que donde está el feed store en la 280, no, en la 288, no, la 296, donde está el feed store que cerró, en el lote de frente van a meter un edificio de 7 plantas y donde está el feed store, uno de 4 plantas. No sé dónde vamos a meter tanta gente. Ay, bendito. All right. Pedrito. Pedrito, are you there? You checking in today?
Yes, sir. K4 YKK Pedro. No traffic.
All right, Pedro. Thank you for the check-in. Oh, I see Frank. AK4FU. Oh, haven't heard from Frank in a while. Frank, what's new up there in civilization, man? What's going on?
Hey, K4FU. It is still chilly up here. I just got back from Florida yesterday. Various stops, Tallahassee, Tampa, Daytona, and then Wilmington up here on the coast. Very enjoyable 2-week trip. Rented a Honda Accord hybrid that you don't plug in, it charges on the go. Got 47 miles to the gallon. I enjoyed the trip, but I'm very happy to be back here in paradise. Back to net.
All right, Frank. Thanks for the check-in. Yeah, we're gonna get a little temperature drop. Alain was talking about the band conditions. Uh, check the National Weather Service. It looks like for Miami, it's going to start raining tomorrow and it's not going to end until Saturday. So whenever we get these weird atmospheric swings like this, you know what that does for propagation, man. So you might be cooped up in the house, but you might be able to work some cool HF. All right, let's stop on the Zello stuff for a second, and let's see if anybody wants to come in on RF land. Anybody in RF land? Yezu or D-Star, anybody out there in RF land want to check in, please come now. All right, nothing heard. I think Frank had mentioned he was looking for an amp, and Alain had mentioned he's selling an amp. So maybe you guys need to talk to each other. Just putting that out there. All right, Bullet KJ4SWP, single white people. Are you there, Bullet? Are you checking in?
KO4 TQW Johnny Ocala.
All right, hold on, Johnny. Hold on. I was waiting for Bullet to check in, but Bullet's going to get a little poopy emoji next to his name because he's not there. So Bullet gets a little poopy. Johnny, go ahead. You're already here. So yeah, give me that call sign again.
KO4 TQW Johnny Ocala, Florida.
All right. So what's new in Ocala, man? What's happening over there?
Nothing much. The city is growing. It's gonna rain on the weekend, and it was 38 the day before, and yesterday was 40. It's gonna be cold for a couple of days too.
That means no motorcycle riding, man. Yeah. That must suck. You get a bike and you just get to look at it because it's either raining or cold. That must suck. What's going on with your Goldwing search? Johnny over here wants to get a Goldwing now. So, have you found a Goldwing?
Actually, I did. Monday, I'm gonna go check it out. 1985 in mint condition. Has like 50,000 miles only.
Oye, loco, te mandé una por Craigslist.
Yeah, I need to give you my new number. I forgot I haven't given it to you guys. I lost my phone. it flew at 90 something miles an hour off my quad lock.
Well, when we get down here with the net, you can post it up on the chat string, and everybody could copy it down. And if you do end up getting that 85, man, you might want to pick up that one I told you for a couple of $100, because I think it's a 1980s. Hey, a parts bike for a couple of $100, you can't beat that. All right, let's backtrack one. Jamie, I see Jamie KG4OXO out there. Jamie, you checking in?
KG4OXO. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, transmitting from a remote location, enjoying Rocky Patel 1990 vintage Peerless bourbon. Let's see what I got for you now. For sale, I have a Yaesu 857 and a Yaesu 7800 dual bander. That's what I have for sale. So I'm on vacation, so that's all I got for you today. Back to next.
Oh, give him the horn! Give him the horn! All right, there was a lot of wind noise, but I got that you're selling a Yaesu 857 and a 7800 dual bander. So far for tonight, in the for sale section, we have ALS 600 amp, we have a Yaesu 950, we have an MFJ 300 watt Versatuner, we got a Yaesu 857 and a Yaesu 7800. If there's anybody looking for gear, there's some gear. All right, let's keep going on the list here. All right, KK4RYG. Arenza, our correspondent in Alaska. Man, I've been watching port protection on one of those reality show things lately. And man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you could elaborate if you've actually been there, if you're anywhere near there, but it's pretty cool to watch. Those folks basically live in a survival mode. Arenza, go ahead and pick it up.
Hola a todos, de mi Arenza, Kilo 4 Romeo Yankee Golf. Estoy aquí en la ciudad de Anchorage, Alaska. Todo bien. A este momento no sé si estoy visitando este área en el pasado.
Oh, you calling me?
All right, Arenza, thanks for the check-in, man. Oh, look at this. We also have our is K4DOC, I believe. The Doc Man. KC4DOC. There we go. The Doc Man. All right, pick it up. Pick it up, Doc.
Hey guys, KC4DOC. I'm gonna be out for a minute. Catch me on the next round.
Okie dokie. All right. Oh, good hearing you back, man. All right, moving on down the list. Jeffrey, I gotta call you later, man. I gotta pick your brain about something. KG4 CNM. Got anything for the net tonight? Anything interesting going on in the world of the fire department?
No traffic at this time. Kilo Golf 4, Charlie November Mike. Also nothing for sale.
Hogwash. I bet you got some pinball machines for sale.
No, no, it's not worth selling. They just keep them going up in value.
Ain't that awesome? All right, man. Thanks for being there. And yeah, when the net's over, I got to give you a phone call about something. All right. Moving on down the list. W1CLT. Our resident coffee expert. Are you there?
Good evening, Net Control. This is Whiskey 1 Charlie Lima Tango.
So what's going on, man? What's new in the world of telephony and coffee makers?
Not much new on those sides. I did talk to you, I think it was a couple days ago, where I've been experimenting with the ones with FT8. Have never tried it before, and kind of got it to work and communicate with my rig and everything else. And I was looking today at the Whisper WSPR, which is a low wattage mode, and I was seeing Whisper spots of people on a quarter watt going over 4,000 miles and change on a communication under that stuff. So I figured that was kind of interesting, and I figured I'd share.
Yeah, quarter watt doesn't necessarily mean they're using it on a Fumao antenna. Go read all about that.
I don't use Fumao antennas.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying the people that are transmitting a quarter watt.
Well, isn't that how it should be though? I mean, if you got a good antenna, then you don't really have to worry about running an antenna compensator. So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. And I mean, look at the results we got on field day, man. We whipped together 2 dipoles using stuff that was on hand, and they kicked ass. So if we were able to whip together 2 dipoles on a whim during field day with the junk that we had on hand, there's absolutely no excuse why people can't put up a half decent antenna if they want to. So I think that's kind of cool. I like that whole let's see how far you can go with as little as possible thing. I think that's really cool. So yeah, CLT, man, as you learn more about it, please keep us posted, because I myself am pretty curious about seeing what you can do in those modes with one of those like 5 watt or 8 watt Chinese HF radios. You know, let's see how far you can go with Whisper or one of those modes, you know? That's really got my attention. So keep us posted on what you learn, man.
Absolutely, will do. As I learn, I will share. Anybody else that might be interested, if I can help out once as I learn, I will do also.
Yeah, and as you put together an equipment list, because that's something that we don't have on the website, we don't really have something having to do with modes, so I guess that's going to be a future addition. You know, something explaining the differences between, you know, AM, FM, sideband, you know, wide AM, narrow AM, all these digital modes, all that. I think we need to add a little something in there about that. So definitely keep us posted on what you find out. All right, I'm gonna let it drop and see if there's anybody who wants to come in on RF. Any RF check-ins, please come now. All right, nothing heard. All right, I see KX4F, you went in there. Miss Kitty, you there? You checking in?
Seeing net control. No, you don't see me. This is KX4 FUN waving a hand. I have no traffic. Just glad to be back.
Yeah, drop in more often. We were wondering what happened to you guys. And is DOC back? I'm kind of curious as to what's going on with his links and repeaters and all the stuff he was doing over there. You know, what's been going on with that?
Good evening, Robert. KC4DOC. Oh, let me turn the monitor down a little bit so we don't have no echo. Yeah, when you came to me, man, that's right when I was checking my blood pressure. So I was like, links and whatnot, and nothing right now. Dealing with some other things, but in time, man, in time. And I see no JoJo's on here. And what is the noise behind you? Is that Locust telling you it's going to get cold? Back to you, sir.
Those are my pet crickets. They only get on here when a line is on, because a line is really good at complaining about them. So since they see that a line has logged into the Zello, the crickets all come out in full force, man. It's amazing how you guys can hear them, but I kind of like tuned them out. I don't know. You must have heard that. That's one of my 4 bug zappers doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, that's all the crickets, dude.
Crickets in HG Hi-Fi audio.
Oh, you guys, you know what it is? Those are all the crickets from all the other repeaters that they come hang out in my yard so they can listen to the conversations on this repeater.
In stereo. Hi guys, this is KK4RYG. Sorry, I was speaking Spanish because I had a United Nations moment where everybody in the world was talking in different languages, so I apologize. And I crossed up some words, phrases, wrong, that. Anyway, just wanted to say hello and still here listening. KK4RYG. Hi, Miss Kitty. Hey, Doc.
Hey man, did you call that guy about that Porsche?
Not yet. I need to get his contact information.
Hey, you guys are talking about my crickets. Meanwhile, he's got a bush plane in the background over there. All right. Some updates that happened on the website. We now have the club officers posted on there under the About section, visible on both of the About tabs, the one that's for the cell phones and the regular web one. There's a new podcast up due to a lot of recent interest in PL and DPL stuff going on down here over on the GMRS world. We have a new podcast that explains what PL and DPL are and how they're really used and what their intended purpose is. So it's a new addition to the Introduction to Radio podcast collection that's on there. If you know somebody who's just getting into the hobby, they might find those podcasts useful because that's who they are targeted at. They're targeted at the total newbie. Because this is a hobby with a steep learning curve, man, if you're coming into it with no background whatsoever. And for those that showed up late, the club call sign is basically a signature away. So we will have our club call sign soon. And our nets are also going to be part of our mini meetings. So all of these nets are going to be archived, and those will serve as the logs for our mini meetings. We still have to pick a place to have actual face-to-face ones, man. at least once a month. We got to come up with something. So, uh, once we close the net, anybody has any ideas, just casually throw them out there. We'll kick them around amongst everybody. See if we could actually, have some kind of face-to-face get together somewhere. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, cigars, whatever, something. So we could start having something a little bit more official. See, other than that, I don't really have anything else going on. Those of you that are down here in South Florida, if you came in late, check NOAA. It's supposed to be raining all day tomorrow and into Saturday, so you might want to check NOAA and adjust your plans accordingly. And fire up the HF radio. There might be some cool skip going on. All right, do we have any late check-ins or anything else for the net before I close the net?
I still vote for Black Point Marina for the in-person meetings once a month, like a brunch type of thing on a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I kind of like that one, man. I haven't been able to pick up a run with stuff like I normally do because there's been a lot going on with my father. As some of you know, my pops has Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's just gotten to the point where he is going to be in a care facility now. So it's been a lot of running around, a lot of paperwork, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of the other. And I just have not had the attention span to dedicate to following up with everybody on that. So if somebody wants to pick up the ball and run with the meeting thing and, get a hold of people and come up with something, we're obviously not going to be able to please everybody. I mean, we got people scattered all over the place. So it's going to be one of them situations that's like triage. Try to do the best for the most. So if somebody wants to pick it up and run with it, more power to you. I'd be glad to take a volunteer. Now, with that, anybody else got anything else for the net? All right. Well, hearing nothing, we're going to go ahead and close the net, which also means we're closing our mini meeting for this week of March 21st, 2024. This is the South Florida Latin Amateur Radio Club net/mini meeting. I am W4THM, your net control, and we now return the frequency to its usual amateur views. Thank you, everybody, for checking in.
You guys have a great evening, and I'll try to see you next time. And if anybody has a contact info on any other